Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Talking About Rock, sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo. I'm Rob Edwards. Today we'll be speaking with Chip Z'Nuff from Enuff Z'Nuff. To do some time travel here for you, the band originally formed in '84 with Donnie V on vocals, Chip Z'Nuff on bass, Derek Frigo on lead guitar, and Vicky Fox on drums. They released a self-titled debut in '89, featuring the hits New Thing and Fly High Michelle. Those were MTV staples back in the day when they actually played music videos on the channel. Then with 1991's Strength album, Rolling Stone dubbed them the Hot Band of the Year, with videos released from Mother's Eyes and Baby Loves. They also appeared on Late Night with David Letterman. This second outing was not as successful as the debut, and the band filed and left their label Adco. They signed with Arista shortly after and released Animals with Human Intelligence in '93, with a video for Right by Your Side and a second appearance on Letterman's Late Night Show. Despite some critical acclaim, they didn't achieve a lot of success, and the band parted ways with Arista. Despite the setbacks, the band toured and released several albums on indie labels. Then in 2002, lead singer Donnie V stopped touring with them to embark on a solo career. V returned in 2006 for the VH1 reality show Bands on the Run. However, the pilot never aired, but did produce tracks for the band's Dissonance album, with Jakey Lee from Ozzy and Badlands on guitar. In 2010, they toured Japan and Europe, including the Download Festival in the UK. In 2013, Donnie again departed the band. With 2014, Chip Z'Nuff took over lead vocals and released some previously unreleased material for the album Clown's Lounge from Frontier Records. In 2018, Diamond Boy album followed up. This was the first recording without contributions from Donnie. In 2020, Brainwash Generation was released, their 15th studio album, and the second album with Chip on lead vocals. Also, former Dream Theater drummer Mark Portnoy and current Cheap Trick drummer Dax Nielsen made guest appearances on the record. In 2021, a 3-CD set of Beatles tribute material was released for the album Hard Rock Night. And Chip also released a second solo album, Perfectly Imperfect, on Frontier Records. Now poised to release their new album November 11th, Finer Than Sin, and due to hit the road with Skid Row, the Gang's All Here tour, we talk with founding member, bassist, and now lead vocalist, Chip Z'Nuff, next on Talking About Rock. All right, we have on the phone with us founding member, bassist, and lead vocalist, Chip Z'Nuff from Enuff Z'Nuff. Hey, man, how's it going today?
It's a beautiful day here in Birmingham, England, on my way to Fort Myers for a benefit show for all those people that have suffered during this Hurricane Ian.
Oh, wow. That's where you guys are at, huh?
On our way to Buddha Live, that's the venue, not far from the ocean. But die-hard rock and roll fans out there.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm telling you, things seem to really kicking into gear for you guys with Frontier Records, it seems, you know. Last year, you guys released Hard Rock Night. You did your second solo album, Perfectly Imperfect. And now you got the Finer Than Sin coming out November 11th, the album. That's great.
Thank you. Before that, let's not forget about Diamond Boy in 2018 and in 2020, Brainwashed Generation.
Yep, you guys did that, and you had Jakey Lee sitting on in with that, right? From Ozzy and Badlands, right?
I've had a lot of different guys playing. Joe Holstra is from White Snake, Trans-Siberian Orchestra on the record. Dax Nielsen from Cheap Trick playing along with us. I've had some illustrious musicians that have taken time out of their busy schedules to play on the records with us. And I'll tell you, during these challenging times, it's certainly a breath of fresh air to see great musicians all getting together and playing and sharing the studio with each other and being creative. It's one of my favorite things to do in the music business is get in the studio with other musicians and having them sit in with us and be creative to the songs that we've come up with as a band.
Yeah, we went through with our listeners. We went to your album library a little bit earlier and talked about all the different releases you guys had. I didn't know you had quite so much stuff out there, but yeah, I totally agree with you. It's great that we're back to live music. You know, it seems like the worst of this is over. Let's hope, knock on wood, and things keep moving forward. We see, keep seeing great shows coming out and new tours. And, you know, I've listened to the new album and I think it's great, man. I really do. I love it. You guys are jamming right out of the gate with sound check. That was amazing. Was that a sound check jam that you just decided to pop on there or what?
That's exactly what it is. We do it at the shows. So we thought, hey, maybe it's in our best interest to just start the record off like a real band, plug it in, playing right from the start, and see what we come up with. And I think that was quite interesting. It's a real rock and roll record at the end of the day.
Oh, it definitely is. It was definitely perfect to hear that. Like I said, coming out of the gates, you guys are just jamming right away. I really love that. And you guys have a new single that you just released, Intoxicated, which is really cool. It's definitely got the Enuff Z'Nuff vibe going through the whole thing. Tell us a little bit about that track.
Well, the songs are written about what I do, what I'm around every single day, and the challenges that we face as a band and individually as well. And I went to studios in Chicago, recorded it at my studio, and then went over to a place called Stonecutter with a wonderful engineer producer named Chris Stymons. And then I took it over to Shadowcat Studios on the north side of Chicago. My drummer, Daniel Benjamin Hill, owns it, and had him do a bunch of string parts on it. And it was a nice little potpourri of different studios that we used, but for the most part, the song is pretty self-explanatory. I really don't like to talk about each song individually. I'd like to leave that the interpretation up to the listener.
Oh, definitely, for sure. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to play the track and the video here for Intoxicated, and we'll be right back here with Chips and Up on Talking About Rock. Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock with Chips and Up. So just checked out the new release there for Intoxicated. And does it seem like singles releases again, like we've kind of gone back in the music world? That's kind of thing how things all started out right in the day, right?
Yeah, it's always been a single world, but the album is the most important thing. Most rock fans, most music fans want to hear a whole album.
Definitely.
But there's always the part where you have to release the record and there's got to be that first track. So we are in a singles world right now, and we have been for years. People focus on that, but you show me a band that puts out an EP, and I'll show you people aren't going to go get it.
Right.
People are they focus their attention on hearing the whole record.
Right. They want to still be the whole
that is the first single. The first single actually is Catastrophe.
Right. This is the second single, right?
And this is the second single right now, and it's ridiculous how they do it. Put one out at a time like that, where it's a couple of weeks apart. Usually, when a record comes out, the first single comes out. That's how it was in the old days, and then you follow that up with a tour, a video, etc. Nowadays, record companies just put a single out, and they wait a couple of weeks. They put another one out, and they go 3 or 4 deep, and then it's up to the band to go navigate and find their way.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a slow burn getting it all out there for sure. So another thing I want to ask you a little bit about is you're so clearly influenced, by the Beatles as countless bands have been, right? Do you see a time when maybe we're returning more to the concept album type of format like they had back in the day, or do you think that's something time has passed?
I think that's what this record is right here.
Excellent.
Like as I said earlier, I leave the interpretation up to the audience, but yeah, in the most part, it's a concept record.
Perfect. Excellent.
It deals with all the challenging influences that we are going through as a nation, and everybody, maybe perhaps something that I went through, the audiences went through as well. Most importantly, it's about bands being true to themselves nowadays. I don't care who you are out there, whether it's Slash's band or the Cats and the Struts or Dirty Honey, the newer bands. There's so many of them out there right now. Greta Van Fleet, etc. Vintage Trouble. It's really all about the band laying down the foundation for what's happening in the world right now. And you find those moments out there to write about, and you do it. In the old days, for us, we'd go in these studios, we'd record the records, whether it was in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, or in Los Angeles, and we'd find a studio, and we'd spend a month, 2 months in the studio just honing our chops and putting down, recording the best songs we can come up with. Nowadays, there's no budget. The old days where record companies were putting up the money, and you were able to record these songs without being stressed beyond belief are gone. You have to do it yourself, and then you give it to the label, and it's basically you're not even paying for the record. Most bands that I know, unless you're a major, huge band out there that's had huge success, there's really no budget. You gotta find your way on your own, and that's what we've done in every single record. We've hemorrhaged financially all the way up to this point on our own, and we chose to do that because that's the way it is nowadays. And I think for all the bands, unless you're a huge band sold millions of records, it's an uphill battle. So what you need to do for most of the groups that are out there is you get in the vehicle and you go out and you take the show to the streets. And you reach the people, and those are the ones that are going to talk, and they're going to tell their friends, and those are the ones that are going to let you know if you got something that's special. And so far, overwhelming response. We've always been the critics' darlings, but the fans have been terrific. They come out to the shows, they get the merchandise, they support the band, and maybe there's a movie or soundtrack, a TV show or commercial that can help you reach some more eyes. Like, for instance, we're in the new Peacemaker movie on HBO with a couple of songs, and that certainly helps raise expectations.
Right, exactly. Get them out there to a big wider audience that you wouldn't normally reach. Right, definitely. It's definitely, I agree with you. It's definitely an uphill battle, and you guys have definitely had more than your fair shares of ups and downs. Members leavings and passing. How do you stay focused going forward?
It's a blessing from above. I tell you, I got a great band. Reagan on guitar has been with me 15 years. I got the great Tony Fennell from Old Chavox, former lead singer, and I got Daniel Benjamin Hill. It's a formidable piece band that shows up every single night, and we want to leave an indelible mark with the audience. And listen, it's a blessing at the end of the day. Most bands, the average life expectancy a million times is 2, 3, 4, 5 years. For us to still going, I think it shows a lot. It shows the character and the integrity of this band carries. For the old guys that played in the band, we have no respect for those cats.
Yeah. Do you ever speak with Donnie Ree at all?
I did go see him in an acoustic show a few months ago, and he was very good.
Excellent, excellent. And you are such a busy guy. You're also hosting a syndicated radio show on the Dash Radio Network also, right?
Yeah, my Monsters of Rock 7 days a week, and I do that on the road as well. So along with the Monster Rock show, playing shows, meeting the fans, and traveling an Oscar Mayer Wiener wagon. We're doing.
That sounds great. And you guys went out last year with the Dead Daisies, so I spoke to them a few weeks ago. How was that tour with them? It looked like that was a lot of fun.
Yes, they were terrific. We're all big fans of Glenn Hughes. I loved him in Trapeze. He was great in Deep Purple.
Just an amazing voice.
All those shows all the gigs were very well attended. The Dead Daisies tour was great, and while we were on the Dead Daisies tour, we got the call for the Skid Row tour. So we finish up this Glam Slam Metal Jam run with the Midnight Devils and Pretty Boy Fly. We'll jump on a plane, we'll fly to England, and we're out with for 2.5, 3 weeks over in England. That's going to be really good for us.
Yeah, and you guys, I think, are you playing with them at KK Steel Mill out there?
That opens the tour for us. That's right. Good place. My buddy Stu is one of the partners there. One of the better tours for Enuff Z'Nuff in the last 20 years. I played these rooms a long time ago, so to be going back again after 20 years is difficult.
Yeah, I was talking to Rachel a couple of weeks ago about the tour, and they're definitely psyched about it. It sounds really like a really cool venue out there, for sure.
Yeah, we shared management with Skid Row when we all started out together. They recorded their debut record over at Royal Recorders in Lake Geneva, and Enuff Z'Nuff did as well. We got a chance to spend quality time there. Scott McGee was their manager. Doc McGee was ours. We've had some good success with the McGee brothers, that's for sure. And here we are after all these years getting ready to embark on another tour together. I can't tell you how blessed I am to have this opportunity. Great crowds every single night. Those English fans, those punters, they know exactly what they want to hear, and they really love rock and roll and metal. So we have a new record on our heels, going over there and touring. They're playing a couple of thousand-seat venues every night. All the shows are sold out. I'm pretty excited about that, bro.
Yeah, definitely. UK over there, Europe, they definitely got the metal vibe still going. It's huge over there. It's great. It's great to see you guys are putting out new material. I love the new album, Finer Than Sin. It's really cool. The new Skid Row gang's all here. I'm really digging that. This sounds like it's going to be a killer tour for sure with you guys. So the new album, folks, comes out November 11th, Finer Than Sin from Frontier Records, and you can catch Enuff Z'Nuff on tour with the Skids also. Anything else happening, Chip?
Yeah, I just finished up a duet with Anne Margaret, the great Anne Margaret, the actress. She just did a solo record, and I'm on it with Joe Perry from Aerosmith, and also Robin Ford's on the record, and a bunch of illustrious, huge rock stars. And I'm hoping that it comes out early next year. And from there, we're just touring. We're touring the rest of the year. Enuff Z'Nuff. That's our focus of attention is. That's
excellent. We'll look forward to that definitely coming out. Are you guys going to be making your way back to the U.S. then? Second leg or something?
Yeah, there will be a second leg, and it'll happen in February of 2023. And there's a couple other things that are in the making right now, but I don't want to jinx anything. But we're definitely working. We're keeping the legacy moving forward. And it's a fresh new start every single record for us.
Well, it's really excellent. Like I said, I love the new stuff. I've been listening to the new album all week. It sounds great. I think it's a great matchup with you guys touring with Skid Row, which sounds like it's going to be a great show.
Robert, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. To all the fans out there, I can't thank you enough. A real shout out to our nurses, our military, our police, our doctors, everybody, our firemen, everybody on the front lines, keeping everybody safe out there. God bless us all.
Definitely. It wasn't for those folks, we wouldn't have time to do any of this type of stuff. Exactly. Exactly.
Nope.
All right, Chip.
Let's not confuse motion with progress. Let's move forward, folks.
Exactly. All right, cool. Thank you so much for talking with us today. All right. And if you folks out there want to know more about us, you have questions or comments, please feel free to email us at talkaboutrock@gmail.com. You can like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And for this interview, the video will be dropping on YouTube and on all the streaming services very soon. Chip, again, thanks for being with us today, man. Appreciate it.
Robert, thanks on behalf of Enuff Z'Nuff. Looking forward to seeing you at one of the shows, man. Come out and check out one of the gigs and get your ass whipped.
Sounds great, man. All right. Have a good day.
You too, brother.